Hey everybody, welcome to a special reaction video that we're going to be doing for an article that came out. Apparently there's a YouTube channel called CityNerd and it showcased Miami. Let's just hit the ground running. But before we get started, do subscribe to the Miami Comedy Podcast YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. According to CityNerd, Miami is walkable urbanism for the rich. Now, you may be right. But it's the way you said it that I have a problem. You could have said this a lot nicer. If you're well off in Miami, the city is very walkable. If you said it like that, I would have been like, yeah, that's kind of true. So apparently, CityNerd is like a vlog where you go around, you visit cities, and you see their transit structure, if it's walkable, which by the way, shout out to you for being able to walk during the summer. This was done in July. So I know you're out there sweating. You went through this weather to diss Miami. I gotta admit, it's a little honorable.
To be clear though, this channel does not.
This guy's giving me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. Is that why you're studying city locations, particularly in Miami? Is that your next target? If you look in the background, there's a map. It's probably where he puts the pins of where he hid the bodies. This guy has the look. Come on.
The only restaurant that really matters, which, by the way, if I have 6 different entrees, that only exhausts about...
You know, I went to this restaurant and, you know, if you order one thing, it's only like 1/10% of them. Oh, God. He comes off like snobby. And then they invited him to our city, and you already know that we're going to be ripped apart. And just the way that the article in the New Times reads, like, well, is he going to be looking at us in a magnifying glass of judgment? Yes.
One other very particular thing that I think influences urbanism and transportation in Miami, the water table.
Hold on, what the hell is the water table? Let me look that up. I'm actually curious. This guy's probably watching me like, I can't believe you don't know what that is and you live there. I don't know what that is. All I know is that when it rains, Brickell is flooded. Continue.
Opened in 1984. For a long time, it was considered a billion-dollar boondoggle with disappointing ridership.
What does boondoggle mean? Work or activity that is wasteful or pointless. You could have just said that. It was a pointless project. There you go. I beat you on that one. See, I'm smart.
I am too smart. I am too smart.
The service is pretty good. 8 to 12 trains an hour on the main trunk of the system, although the service after 8 p.m. is a bit questionable.
Notice that he's out in the sunlight riding public transit, because you know that at night, public transit is a completely different thing. And the reason why no one has jumped or mugged this guy yet is because he's holding a camera while he's walking around. You don't gotta wait till 8 o'clock. After lunch, when everybody goes back in their buildings and there's a lot less witnesses, that's when it gets wild. Crackheads everywhere popping and locking. They take over.
The metro rail stations aren't super attractive. The word brutalist comes to mind.
Oh my God.
Brutalism.
It's clean. It's clean. Do you see dirty diapers on the floor? Is there pipes and syringes on the floor? I've been on those things. They're pretty clean. They're air conditioned. But you know, I need to see statues and art pieces and signs that say the rights of people that are minor. No, we're going to put up a dollar store and Valsan advertisement, and that's it.
Use.
Oh, we got an advertisement.
Cut the cable with Verizon Home Internet.
You're profiting off of this? Oh, the nerve.
You're starting to see some new density at several of the stops. And that's really encouraging because it took decades to get to this point.
Well, that's facts. It did take decades for us to get to that point. The fact that he knows that, that's rough. People from the outside know. How long did it take for this to get built? Over 10 years. Oh boy. Here's the thing about Miami construction that I've noticed, especially this year. Miami construction takes a very long time for something to get done. Nothing happens for a particular site for a certain amount of time. And then out of nowhere, the thing looks like it's 70% built. It's like, how did you do so much work overnight? It's like ancient aliens. How did they build the Palmetto in less than 24 hours? It must have been aliens.
Aliens?
Because Miami took a decade just to get the first mile in. Up next on Ancient Aliens in Discovery Channel or History or whatever it's at.
Land use around the metro rail stations is a bit all over the map.
All over the map. I don't want to come off like too much of a jerk because I always assume you end up crossing paths with somebody and then, you know, they end up being like professional jiu-jitsu fighters or something. But Jesus Christ, the way this guy is talking about our city is just, it's in the tone, sir.
you're not really getting the return on investment you should be getting in terms of reducing vehicle miles traveled, GHG emissions, and just creating more livable places that you would if you just built hundreds more housing.
What the hell are you talking about? So you're comparing housing with garage space? You don't own a car in Miami. You don't know what it's like. Even after building these garage spaces, we still don't have enough spaces to park. It comes to the point in Miami where people that are celebrating Calle Ocho are selling their parking lots in front of their homes for money. $10 parqueo aquí en mi casa. You have some stranger's car out front. Take your valuables though. Hey man, hey, whatever happens while your car is parked in front of my house, that's not my responsibility. Hey, who broke in my car? It wasn't me. Well, let me look at your Ring camera footage. For some reason, it was deleted. Let me search your house. I stand my ground.
Some of this is truly absurd. Like at Dadeland North, there's density, as well as some truly disturbing public art installations.
Oh, yeah, I agree with him there. I don't really like that art too much. I don't know. That is a little played out for it being Miami art. But then again, that also represents, we appreciate the art, but we really don't appreciate what it stands for. We just want art to say we've got art. Yeah, you see that right there? We're cultured. That's art. That is the most superficial piece of art I've ever seen. At least it's art. You want a real piece of art? My bartender. That guy makes amazing drinks. It's a work of art.
Miami actually has more parking than the average US city, but it's definitely more conspicuous for...
What's wrong with that? This guy's complaining that one side there's a garage, and then on the other side is the mall. Architecturally speaking, that works. No matter what level I park in, if I go across the garage, I can enter the store. You think I want to, and look, it's got shelter and everything from the sun and the rain. This is architectural brilliance because it makes people want to shop there more. Shout out to the architect that designed this. He had everyone in Miami in consideration, except this one guy. I shouldn't be doing a reaction video. It should be the architect talking shit. Excuse me, sir, if you don't know, it rains and it's hot in Miami. So I put the garage right across the street and I put a cover over it, okay? So that we can shop in peace. Who paid this guy to come in here and say this stuff? And the fact that this guy has a successful YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm hating. Go ahead, keep going. I'm just doing it for the sake of entertainment, but you know, you got a good channel. I like it. Keep going.
What I really had a tough time grasping, though, was these rubber-tired trolleys that are seemingly everywhere.
I want you guys to take notice at just how much this guy is dissecting Miami. Rubber-tired trolleys. Are all your videos like this? It's not City Nerd, it's City Hater. City Hater comes to your city. Well, I better hear that. I think, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's call it City Hater and just go in there and just start criticizing everything and using the words you say. This guy sounds like he came straight out of Reddit. Did you know that the rubber-tired oh, Jesus. You know, one thing I got to give him credit to, he's very thorough. The guy's looking at the pamphlets and PDFs and judging that too. Can you believe they used the letter Y to signify yes? Oh my God. You couldn't just write the ES after that? I mean, what kind of city is this?
Miami kind of infamously has nice temperatures at times of year when some US cities are just frozen over.
No, not nice temperatures, not no more. Not no more. Let's take a moment and realize how hot Miami is right now. Miami is so hot. I went to the beach and I didn't know if I saw people tanning or heat stroke victims. That's how hot it is.
Yeah, I just had to come to Miami in July, just in time for record high temperatures, apparently.
Yeah.
And look, I spent a whole year living in Vegas, so I'm used to quote unquote hot weather, but Vegas doesn't have anything
Quote,
like
unquote.
this kind of humidity, so there are levels to this. I mean, I do understand how, as a driver, you might not want to slow down or stop in the right lane when
That's right.
you're trying to take a to plow into you.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why pedestrians get hit in places like this, which is why a lot of times
It should have been you in the vlog. That would have been awesome. No, I'm just kidding. Here I am getting hit. I found a great lawyer and I've decided with the money that I made that I will be moving into Miami. Just kidding, guys. I love everything. I'm staying.
high speed plus lots of driveway cuts is just never going to be pedestrian friendly. Crossing US
Correct.
line,
I gotta admit that is 100% true. You gotta also side with the car driver as well, because pedestrians, they cross the streets without a crosswalk. They don't care if it's a green light. They'll go for it. I gotta get to the other side. I don't care if these cars are driving 90 miles an hour. I believe that I can run this fast. Come on, feet, with flip-flops on.
Douglas Road is a bit different. There is an at-grade crossing you can use if the pedestrian call buttons actually work.
If the buttons actually work, you got to be patient. They work. Or you just make a run for it. Because when it comes to like, public transportation, sure, it could be nice. But the first people to migrate from riding a car to using the public transportation, that right there. That's going to be the awkward moment, the awkward phase of that transition. They've got their Bugattis, they've got their Lambos, they've got, their fancy Lexus or whatever. And then you're just like, well, we've got great public transportation, so let me just go ahead and get rid of this car. And then now I'm riding the public transportation. And then somebody that knows that you have that car is going to be like, hey, what are you doing here on the bus? What happened to the Lambo? Times are rough, huh?
The Miracle Mile in Coral Gables, which is a bit of a traffic sewer.
A traffic sewer? Is that the best description? Oh, boy.
I'm not saying every neighborhood wants or needs bougie high-end restaurants or hipster artisan ice cream shops.
First of all, that's not a hipster artisan ice cream shop. The ice cream there is absolutely amazing. All right. I drive all the way to Coconut Grove to get some curry ice cream by some guy wearing glasses and a backwards hat. How dare you? That guy is an artisan. He's back there churning that ice cream old school style with the handles. That guy is busting his ass. And you give him that title for some of the best ice cream in Miami? Sir?
The Miami modern Art Deco architecture all over the place is distinctive in a good way, I think. Ocean Drive.
Why did you have to add the I think part to that? I was just about to say, you finally said something nice, or that sounded as the nicest part of your video. The Art Deco is kind of nice. I think. It's almost like your brain is like, you're being too enthusiastic. I think.
Showing Ocean Drive completely car-free, and it was quickly pointed out that Ocean Drive actually was car-free earlier in the pandemic, and there's been lots of talk.
That's classic Miami communication, by the way. Yeah, it's car-free, and then when you go there, the cars are still there. Wait, well, hold on. It's car-free soon. I thought you said it was car-free, as in past tense. It was car-free between 402 and 403. The whole street was empty. It was car-free.
Shade is important, especially when you're setting temperature records. And I get why there aren't a lot of shade trees in like Las Vegas.
This guy actually found a PDF about how our trees are shading the area. Can you believe it? Where do you get this information, sir? That's impressive the way this guy is able to pull up this city information. I'm not gonna lie. How about showing us where the shadiest people are in Miami? Is there a map for that? Pull it up, sir. Well, it turns out everywhere in Miami, the shade is at 100%. Oh, all right, that's correct. That is accurate.
Similar dynamic in the quote-unquote design district further north, which I'd hoped was named in reference to like cool architects and industrial designers, but I think it just means expensive handbag design.
Correct. That YouTube money ain't kicking in. You haven't been with a sugar baby yet? Here's a little dating advice for if you ever decide to come back to Miami. You get yourself somebody that wants to do transactional dating. You buy him a purse, and one of two things are going to happen. You're going to get lucky, or she's going to ghost you. Based on your personality, I think it'll be the latter.
I kind of want to do a video just about the urbanism of street art. Let me know if you want it. Okay, I lied. Quick epilogue. I had a whole section I was going to do on...
Right there. Just the way he was ending it right there. I could say this was a pretty prosperous city. I lied. Did you have to choose those words after you said that?
The insane weather I'd been dreading the whole trip finally arrived on the day I had to leave.
God was looking over Miami that day. God must be Latino because he was definitely giving you a sign. All right, that is it for today's video. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave some commentary. What do you think? Thank you all once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video.